your vagina is acidic, so
Ew.
semen is actually a base. So that's why it knocks women's balance off.
Throws it off.
That's why I said if you're gonna go through your whole phase, please use condoms, because these niggas over here got lemon pepper wing sauce,
I'm hollering.
backwood crumbles under their nails. They ain't eating right. They ain't all up in you.
And they smoking black
pH
and
balance
mild.
all the way off.
And they out here
And
smoking
that
black
leads
and
us into
mild.
promotion
PSA.
by Discovery for prep. Get on prep, y'all.
Okay.
But no, I think we made some valid points with this. So just
enjoy your whole phase.
Enjoy your whole phase.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know Drake wanna get into this
Irrelevant
motherfucker of the week.
I do.
I'm gonna let you handle that one.
And
Go ahead.
So, y'all, the irrelevant motherfucker of the fucking week is our governor of Florida, Mr. Ron Dumbass DeSantis. Basically, he came out with a new legislation or a bill that he's trying to enforce sometime on next year, early part of next year, that basically protects all law enforcement, talks about anything that happens against a law enforcement officer, stops people from basically protesting or rioting at certain points. And literally, this is in the bill, guys. It literally says that if you go to a protest and you're protesting and you're in a car, that it basically allows for you to, or anyone, to commit vehicular manslaughter against anyone protesting in front of your car, and you will not face any charges whatsoever if the person is alive or dead. So he's literally giving people the right to run over protesters as they please in this bill. This is something that is nothing but fascism. It is literally against your right to protest. It is against your right for free speech. And what is really crazy is that in this bill, he also introduces something that for every Florida city that is planning on or has defunded parts of their police department and put that money, let's say, back into the community or back into their homeless issue or back into their schools, basically he's going to cut or completely cut Florida funding for those cities if they done that against their police departments. This is something that is so ridiculous, so unconstitutional, and so crazy. And I can't even believe that people are sitting here congratulating him on doing something this wild and this crazy. So I thank you guys, and should really stand up against this. Like, I can't even, when I was reading this, I was just really going crazy. Like, I cannot believe he really went out and did this, you know? So, and I remember texting you guys when this first came out, like,
yeah,
it's just crazy.
That quick as fuck.
Because
I want him to keep that same energy for when this election come up, and Trump ass loses the election, and these MAGA folks want to protest and riot, because when I'm in my car and they want to block the highway, I'm getting 3,000 points for each one I hit. So I need him to keep that same energy.
Let's keep it.
Let's not also fail to mention how he's basically trying to implement like some form of voter suppression for our felons. And these people just got their rights back to vote. You know, not a few years ago, and now he wants to put all these fines on them. But Michael Bloomberg came.
So
you want to do what?
Give it back.
Watch me write this check.
So let me give y'all what happened. So I think maybe last year or year before last, I think it was year before last, Florida basically introduced a bill that will allow felons who have served their time or do anything, who are done with jail, to basically vote again. Well, what happened was people, especially black folks, went out and voted for this and said yes. So they ended up having to pass the law that said to give felons back their right to vote in Florida. Well, here's what happened. As most of you know, unfortunately, a lot of felons are African American. So, and what do African Americans mostly vote for?
The Democratic.
So what happened was, once this was done, they realized that they actually shot themselves in the foot. So the Republicans came back and said, well, we might have given you your right to vote back, but before you do so, you need to pay these fees real quick, before you do that. So it went to court after court after court after court, and each court that it went to in the Ninth Circuit, I believe, each court that it went to basically denied Ron DeSantis and said, no, you can't do that because it's unconstitutional. Well, recently, within the past 2 or 3 months, they finally went back to another judge who granted them and said, you can do this for a time being, basically giving them time to implement this while it's during the election. So they wouldn't be able to vote. However, what you have to know about that is that in Florida, they also said that the court does not have to let you know how much you exactly owe. So if you're a felon and want to pay off your fines, the court doesn't have to tell you how much you owe. And neither do they have a system that's set up that basically counts how much you owe. So you can literally pay off your debt and be able to vote, but because they have no system that basically tracks that, they can't prove that you're able to vote. So they set it up in a perfect way to fuck up and fuck over people of color, and it's literally voter suppression. Well, thankfully, Michael Bloomberg came through with the coins, with the money,
32,000 felons granted the right to vote now. That's 32,000 votes I am expecting that are not for Trump.
And
putting that out there.
And so now the Republicans are basically trying to launch an investigation into Bloomberg and how he went about paying these fines and if that was legal. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's legal. They always trying to find a loophole to stop people from prospering. Like,
he knew what they were doing. It was obvious what they were doing. That's right.
Bitch, it's a charitable donation. Let that man pay for these fellas to vote.
Exactly.
And if y'all are mad, get your people to the poll.
They literally sat here and tried to take black people's votes right away after they gave it back. Like, I just cannot.
Florida has
that.
always been a corrupt state.
I know it's Florida.
We're a red state when it comes to voting times. Always some type of shenanigans going on during voting times, and mark my word, come November, some shit's gonna pop off.
Yep,
something gonna happen. Something went down. They couldn't cast all the votes. Some shit gonna pop off. I know.
And when y'all catch me at the poll down there on Pumpkin, I don't need none of y'all motherfuckers looking at me when I be Biden Harris the fuck down. Biden Harris on the hat.
And we not
Biden
gonna say nothing bad about it. We want them in there.
Biden on one thigh, Harris on the other.
And them thighs thick, y'all.
It is. And might put a picture of both of them on left butt cheek, right butt cheek. And when I'm coming through the polling place, I'm not saying excuse me. I'm saying Biden Harris me. Please. Biden Harris me, please. Give me my ballot. Biden Harris me.
As you should.
And don't write Kanye in on that shit.
Please don't.
Y'all states that's able to write in.
Like,
come on.
And
do not write Kanye in.
Please don't.
Stop wasting your votes on people who you know are not going to win.
Exactly.
Like, that literally cost Hillary the election along with Russia.
Yep.
But stop wasting your votes on people who you know are not going to win. Like, make your vote count. Actually make it count. And just get out to the polling place and just get out and vote. Make sure y'all get out and vote.
Please
register. Do an episode on that as we get closer to the election. Just the importance of voting and making sure we get everybody registered and out there to vote. Wrapping things up, next episode, we're definitely going to be we're going to be switching things up. We've been having a lot of fun. But we still gonna have fun, but we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna talk about the importance of credit, financial literacy,
generational wealth,
just
monetary value.
We're gonna switch it up and give out a little information about how important it is.
We can do both.
Your money and credit and all of that.
Both.
And if you have not, before we even wrap up anything, if you're in the state of Florida and you have not registered to vote, please register to vote. Or you can look up and see if you're currently registered. If your street address or county or anything, you can go to registration.elections.myflorida.com, or you can simply just search in your state how to register to vote, or just to check with your local state website to see how to check to see if you have everything set up to vote. So please do that. It is very important. I don't want to stress to you guys that this election this November is so important.
So imperative.
Probably the most important election we've ever had in this history of this country, because it is going to determine how we live and move forward, and it is a matter of life and death. People have died this year more than ever before, and we want to really make a change, because what we currently have is unacceptable. And it's not about Republican or Democratic anymore. It is about life, decency, and being a human. And we need to stand up for what's right. And please go out and vote and make your voice heard, because your vote does matter.
Yeah. Does count.
And back to what Drake is saying, like, there's all these tools you can get. You can access to register to vote or check your voter status. When you log into Facebook and Instagram, it is right at the top. I know y'all hoes be going on there checking y'all DMs, seeing how many likes y'all got. Just take 10 seconds out of your day and just hit that button and make sure you're registered, or make sure your voter status is active, because they will turn your ass around at the polls if you're not active.
See what your affiliation is, your voting precinct, where you can actually go and vote and do early voting, get your voting mailed to you, your voter's card actually mailed to you also on the website. Y'all can do all of that.
Yes,
Stop being lazy. Go on that shit now.
And do know that, look up your voting areas within your county. And I did hear that Foot Locker is also opening their stores as voting polls this November. Yes.
And check with all the your big sports arenas, because a lot of NBA arenas right now, since they're not in use, are using those as polling stations, where they're able to safely social distance and get a large amount of people in at once to vote. So there's really no reason and nothing holding y'all back from voting this year. It's just a matter of doing it. Don't let your job try to say that you can't go vote
they have to give you time
if you're there on election day. They have to allow time for you to go and vote. They do. At the end of the day, fuck their job.
Period. Because right now, this is more important.
Just like how Ruth just passed, and they really trying to go ahead and fulfill her spot. Your job gonna do the same motherfucking shit.
Surely will.
And you ain't no judge around here.
Job posting gonna be up the next day.
Same day.
You think McDonald's need your ass to say, welcome to McDonald's, go ahead, order when you're ready? No. They can get another bitch to do that shit. I just did it. So take y'all ass out there and make sure y'all vote. Speaking of voting, this election year, like, getting a new president in there is actually good too for small businesses. So with that being said, we're gonna jump into our Black Business of the Week.
We're gonna tell them. We talk about voting November 3rd, people.
Oh yeah, November 3rd. Because my dumb ass to here just was knowing it was November 4th. I would have been all kind of wrong. I would have been the only one at the polling station. So National Voting Day is November 3rd. November 3rd.
Mark your calendar.
Get to your polling place. You can vote early, so you don't have to wait till November 3rd. If you have time now, go ahead and vote where early voting is.
Mail in your ballot.
And if you mail in, track your shit. Please try to do something.
Make sure you track in.
Yeah.
And if you do like to wait till National Voting Day like me, because I like to be extra, make sure you get there. Get to your polling place. Get in line before 7 p.m. because when they close that polling place,
that's it.
They,